How's it going, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to another discussion video. This time around, we're going to be taking a look at the side deck. Now, why am I making this video? Well, because I'm going to be taking Mermals to locals this weekend. I've been playing Block Dragon BA for quite a while there, but I figured with a new deck, I'd sort of reevaluate my side deck going forward and essentially get a better idea of what my side deck might look like in this current format, when going to a tournament. And I figured I'd share some of that information with you guys. Now, last time I made a video like this was back in November, and obviously since then there's been some major change to the game with the release of some new sets, and of course a major ban list happening between now and then. I figured it was definitely time to update this video. Also, before we go any further, I want to make a quick announcement. I've been mentioning in a few of my other videos as well. On February 9th, I'm going to be doing a charity live stream over on my Twitch channel. So don't forget to check that out. Read up on the information of what that stream will be all about. It's going to support a great cause. I'd love to see as many people there as possible. It's going to be a great stream. It should be a fun time. So check that out. And if you're interested in picking up any amazing dice, deck boxes, or sleeves, check out Imperium Duelist down in the description below and use that discount code WinterKills10 off at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. And if you happen to be shopping on TCG Player for any sealed product or any of these side deck cards we might be mentioning in this video, don't forget to use my affiliate link to TCG Player down in the description below as well. With all that being said, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 best side deck cards for the February 2020 format. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to name all of them in just 5, but if you guys have any other amazing side deck suggestions, side deck staples, let me know down in the comments section below, so not only I can see them, but other people can see them as well. The first card I wanted to mention here is Droll and Lockbird, first and foremost because this card does such a great job at slowing down the Spiral strategy, which is a deck that has seen a massive resurgence with the release of the new Magician's Souls card, and a lot of people want to figure out how to slow this deck down because it puts out an absolutely absurd board. You have the Tri-Gate lock with the Appaloosa there on top of the Spiral Sleeper and the DD Crow in hand. It's just absolutely absurd. And one of the better side deck cards that you can use to proactively slow their turn down is Droll and Lockbird. A lot of people might advocate for Landseal. That card, while it may slow down the deck a bit by stopping the Spiral Sleeper and of course stopping the Mission Rescue, it makes them basically infinitely able to loop Quick Fix. Which is pretty bad. So you sort of stop one problem, but then instantly create another with Landseal, where I think Droll and Lockbird is a much better coverall when trying to deal with that specific deck. And also, Droll and Lockbird has just always been amazing at slowing down any deck that plays a Danger Engine, whether it be Lunalight, Orcust, or Block Dragon BA, you name it. Droll and Lockbird is your go-to when trying to slow down those strategies. And not to mention, does a great job at slowing heroes down as well, because that deck is also a deck that likes to search. Now, coming in at number 2, we have the Dark Ruler No More. Of course, combo decks are not new to Yu-Gi-Oh! They've been a thing for quite some time. And there really hasn't been a card like Dark Ruler in the game that does such a good job at stopping these combo decks once they've been fully established, specifically obviously because the monster effects cannot be activated in response. And not too many decks are putting out negation in the form of spell and traps. I guess you could argue Orcust is one of those decks that do that, but in most cases they tend to prioritize the Babel over the Crescendo. And same thing with the Spiral deck. They have the Sleeper, they have the Appaloosa, they have the Tri-Gate, but none of those cards will be able to deal with the Dark Ruler No More. Same thing with Block Dragon BA. Same thing with Orcust if they don't have the Crescendo. So a lot of times this card goes unanswered, allowing you to break a board while setting up your own. You obviously won't be able to OTK, but you can stop their board, play uninterrupted, and put up something that hopefully they won't be able to break in the following turn. Now, coming in at number 3, this card is of course a no-brainer. It has been a staple in most side decks since its release, and that is of course Nibiru the Primal Being. Much like Dark Ruler No More, Nibiru excels at slowing down going first combo heavy decks because it just completely wipes the board mid-combo. Now, granted, Appaloosa has been doing a great job at countering this card. There's still a lot of decks out there that don't preemptively make Appaloosa during their combo to counter this card, and those decks can definitely be taken advantage of by Nibiru. So keep that in mind. Don't completely disregard the Nibiru just because Appaloosa exists. You can still easily, if anything, force out a negation from it. And if you're specifically worried about the spiral matchup, Raw Sphere mode can easily replace the Nibiru to clear all 3 of the major threats that board puts out. The Tri-Gate Wizard, the Appaloosa, and the Spiral Sleeper all in one shot. Now, coming in at number 4, a personal favorite of mine, that is the Evenly Matched. This card really doesn't discriminate whether you're combo or control. It does a great job at sort of balancing the playing field. If you're setting a lot of back row, Evenly Matched says hello, but of course you'll have to watch out for that Solemn Judgment. But if they have it, they have it. If they don't, you might have just sealed the game right then and there. And Evenly Matched, much like Dark Ruler No More, it's very unique in the fact that it is a mass removal card, a mass shutdown card that is a spell or a trap. And a lot of decks aren't really putting up a lot of spell and trap negations, so that's one thing you can definitely try and take advantage of in this format. Now, coming in at number 5, this card is interesting because, you know, what if you are a control deck? What cards do you have to counter a card like Evenly Matched or Lightning Storm? You're going to need something to slow these cards down and stop them dead in their tracks, and what other better card to do that than that of Solemn Judgment? Yes, it's at 3, it fits right in the strategy of setting multiple back row, and it stops some of the most powerful cards in the game, i.e. Dark Ruler, i.e. Evenly Matched. So it is a great counter card to side in for games 2 and 3. If you're worried about those side deck cards coming in, even cards like Red Reboot, even though it is at 1, it still doesn't hurt to have that counter at least in the main deck in case those cards come up. And even if they don't, you still have 3 insanely powerful counter traps in your main deck to slow your opponent down at whatever given point. So those are my top 5 cards, but of course I do have some honorable mentions for this video in the forms of Lancia, Pankratops, Red Reboot, Solemn Warning, and Skullmeister. I think these are all fantastic options to put in the side deck as well. Same thing with Super Polymerization. Who could forget? That card is also absolutely insane. Can't be responded to, period. When we're talking the end-all be-all of dealing with certain combo decks, Super Poly is still one to keep in mind. Yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for this quick little discussion video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and of course, let me know if you have any other side deck suggestions down in the comment section below. Man, I cannot wait to play Mermails with this card. It's going to feel so great. Just Norden with more steps. Hopefully he does me well.